tell you that failure humbled me.
So you're a proud person.
It humbled me.
You're a proud person.
Before that, I would have actually never thought I was proud.
You are putting shoulder
But
pad.
how can I explain it? Like,
Automatic, aromatic, acrobatic, problematic, undragging, informatic, problematic, diplomatic, cinematic. Single so you know, say you and I will leave as friends. So make you know they do ask up. You bust my luck, I don't do sucker for like I don't.
Hello guys, it's your girl Nasenke Vibes. I sing, dance, entertain, but on this YouTube channel, I give weekly updates about happiness, just all about happiness. So you're welcome to this channel. If you've not been here before, I'm Nasenke Vibes, and you're welcome to the family. Okay, so today I know there is a different face and a beautiful lady sitting close to me. So, are you happy to introduce yourself?
yes. Hello, guys, and welcome to Nos Enkes Vibes channel. I am Falakemi Awishaga, but you can just call me Falakemi. I am a nurse, but I also create content around natural hair, 4C hair, natural queen, all of those things. And lately, I've been influenced to start making dancing videos and comedic videos.
She's actually good, honestly, but in some areas though.
So I've been influenced, and this is my mentor. This has been my boss. So I'm loving it, and also I ran away from YouTube, so I'm now back on YouTube. So it's really nice to meet you all. Yeah.
So honestly, guys, she's got a lovely YouTube channel. You can go and support her and see what she's got in store for you. Okay, so today we'll be talking about, I don't know if you guys have seen one of my videos that talked about how to stay happy in difficult times. Yeah, so today we're going to like buttress more points, or let's say expand in that topic, because so far I found the topic actually interesting even for me. And when I told this young lady about it, she was like, she's happy, there's no problem, so we can talk about it. So yeah, here we are, and we're going to do like more like ask her some questions I feel like to ask, or you guys can also put some things in the comment section while we go on with the topic. You can ask us what you think, where to shed more light on, or even questions you are not comfortable, you can email us and something like that. So, but for now, we just ask her one or two questions and see what she thinks about this topic. So, once again, you're welcome. Have you experienced any difficult time? Let's start from there.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Okay, so one difficult thing I've experienced lately is failure. So let me just speak a little bit on my background. I'm someone that I was never, in terms of academics, I've never been a really serious person right from our primary school, secondary school. I was a good student, but not like, those people that when they're saying best in maths, they'll go, they collect. Before they even finish, best in English, they're still the ones going collect. Best in social science, they're still, in fact, they just say, okay, you know what, stay on the stage because you're the one that is best in everything. I was not that kind of like good girl. I was just okay, average. Make I shall pass, I beg, that kind of vibe. But when I got into uni, things took like a very huge turn. Well, I can't believe I'm talking about this. I've never spoken about this on my channel. Anyways, things took a U-turn, and I actually became the brightest of the brightest. I was actually the best graduating student eventually, and a lot of good things happened. So, like now achieving that huge success, I've never had to deal with failure ever. Like, not in the smallest form, because like previously I never cared about if I even failed or not. I wouldn't laugh about it. But like in this recent times, I'll say like in the past year, I've had to deal with failure in lots of circumstances, and that was a difficult time for me because I was not just used to being in that situation. Like I remember like calling someone on the phone and telling the person I actually failed in this thing, and the person was laughing like, when you're done pranking me, tell me like, can you guys imagine like that kind of situation where they don't even, nobody even takes you serious. And someone called me after 2 weeks that how far you passed that. And I was like, no, I actually failed. I was like, are you serious? No, it's not possible. Like, you know, when you call someone and tell the person I failed, you're expecting to hear, oh, it's fine, we can try again. Like, people are not even taking you serious because, like, you cannot fail. That kind of vibe. So it was a difficult time for me. So yes, I have had difficult times.
So, like, how were you able to stay happy in between that? Like, or were you at all able to stay happy? I think that would be a better question.
It was really hard staying happy when all of those things started happening. But I feel like the most important thing that kept me sane, not really even happy, that kept me sane was the kind of people around me and the kind of people in my close circle.
Yeah.
The kind of people in my close circle that gave me words of encouragement, that gave me that hyped me up and told me, you're a genius, like you're all of this, so isn't all this? And also, like, for me, prayer helps. Like, I feel like everyone has a spiritual connection in their own way.
Yeah.
Whatever you choose to have your spiritual connection with, sometimes when you go back to that source and you're just vulnerable and like, this has happened and I'm sad and I'm weak and I'm not happy, I'm jealous of the person that passed, I'm envious, which brings me down to the point of really accepting that something bad has happened that is making you sad.
Yeah.
Because if you don't actually know that you are sad, you would not be able to correct that and be happy. So that helped me. The people around me, God helped me to kind of bring me out of that situation. And me accepting the fact that this has already happened, it's just made me know that, okay, I'm not in a happy place right now and I have to be happy. And one of the things that I was being told was just remember your goal. Remember your goal. Like, it's for instance, if a child has a toy in front of them, the analogy I could use is when they're in the crawling phase, they try to crawl, they fall back down. Sometimes they'll forget that fall even like hurts them because they are looking at something that they really want to reach ahead of them. So even when they fall, you'll be the one jumping up. But if you actually look at them, they are not moved. And when they reach that thing, they're happy. So, like, remembering the goal of, okay, why am I sad? It is because this has happened. Why did this happen? I was trying to achieve this and I failed at this. But can you remember what you are actually trying to achieve and, like, leave everything that has happened aside and just keep focusing on that goal? That actually reminded me of who I am and it made me happy.
Honestly, that's actually good. And this takes us back to that video I made and we listed about 7 tips. Yeah, and one of them was people you surround yourself with. It really plays a crucial role. That in that case, we should be careful on about the people we put in our circle, the people we keep as friends, because they can either make or mar us. They can make us be happy, they can make us sad, and we should just know the kind of people we keep around us. So, and also connecting to a source, to a creator. We are all bound to be vulnerable, just like she said. We're bound to be vulnerable to a particular source. So what or whoever that is to you, stick to it, and it's very, very important. Wow, that's actually a lovely story. But like, I never knew you had this.
I've never shared it.
It's really nice.
I always wanted to talk about this on my channel, but like, I just never had that like scenario to talk about it. Yeah.
So above all, what would you say you were grateful for in the process?
Oh my God. As funny as it may sound, I was actually grateful for the failure. Boy, if I tell you that failure humbled me.
So you're a proud person.
It humbled me.
You're a proud person.
Before that, I would have actually never thought I was proud.
You are putting shoulder
pad. How can I explain it? Like, I've just never been in a situation that I would tell someone I failed. Like, for as long as I entered uni and all of that, even as secondary school now, cruise. Guy, wait till you get 50, you even lucky, I get 49. You don't enter, like, it was secondary
You
school.
don't
I
want to
failed.
hear even
Yeah.
you don't want to go there.
So that one not paid me. Like I used to have classmates, right, in secondary school, and they'll be crying. They'll bring maybe math tests. They'll get 80. They'll not be crying. And that's why you crying. So because they not get 90, their mommy will beat them. And I look at my own, God forgive me. I look at my own. Let me not say the marks because please, levels of
Excuse
choice.
us.
I was I'm not be like, you are crying. Okay. But why are you crying? Like,
So are you supposed to cry?
I'm not talking about back then. I'm talking about like when I entered uni. Anyone that's watching this video and was with that knows me from India, like my college days and all of that, can attest to the fact that I was on my be celeb. Like I was a very bright student.
Oh,
So it's been years that I would even think of failing. Like I'm the one that when the result comes out, I used to console people. So now imagine how the tables turned around. Like even the people I was teaching for that same exam pass. Do you get like
I
it was
that feeling.
it was like I look at the result. I thought the person would say I'm pranking you or something. I was like, no, this is actually a failure. So the thing actually hits me. Like the exam, no, like when I look back now, the exam was not something serious. It was the fact that I failed. And like when I even told people, I'm like, people were not even believing. Some people even laughed. Some people were like, are you like? And some people said a lot of like remarks that they've been that it has been burning in their heart to say, hey, shall not feel that kind of
As
thing.
he joined the chorus.
But it really made me humble. I will not lie. And I feel like, as crazy as it may sound, failure is one necessity in life that you just need to experience. Not you don't have to experience it to learn certain things, but sometimes you need it, especially when you just feel very above. You don't even have to be proud. You don't have to be pompous. But failure will humble you. Just know that it might not be failure as the word calls failure. Like it might not be failure. Like you might not have to fail. It might just be something not even meeting up to the expectation of how you've seen yourself, and that would actually make you a different person. And also, it made me even see people in a different light, and it also made me feel like among in terms of that might not make sense. It makes me feel among. So when someone tells me I failed, because something about me there back then when I used to console people, they used to look at me and be like, you don't know what it even feels like. You're just talking based on like you are the brightest student, you are the best. You telling me that I know what I understand that you're going, like, just shut up. But after all of these things happened to me, I can happily say, if I'm telling you failure does not define you, I know what I'm saying. If I'm telling you this result, this exam, this thing is not who you are, I know what I'm saying. And I can actually say I've been in your position with proof, with substance to show that, yes. And it even made me closer to like myself, because that was me learning another part of myself. And I've never cried like 10 years ago, 11 years ago. I've never cried because I failed. I would only cry if I think of the punishment that might come along with that failure. But like I've never been in that position where I was so competitive that I will now cry personally that I did not know. I was never like that. So this thing actually, it hits me, it destabilized me. And yeah, so that's something, it's really humbled me. I'm very, very open and like transparent right now. It's humbled me. It's made me understand how people feel when they feel. Like that's not they always sing. So I understand that you feel.
You did not understand that.
I
It's
now-
now that you understand.
I now understood it. So that's one thing that failure did to me. And also, failure also taught me that I'm not defined by like the failure itself. I'm not defined. And also, when failure doesn't happen, it's very easy to say you're not defined by failure, but fail first.
Yes.
Unless somebody tells that kind of thing.
Experience it.
Like you be telling somebody, oh, something happened, I failed, and someone be giving you quotes of even the person that did this light bulb failed 99 times before they. Am I the person that did the light bulb? I'm telling you, like sometimes it might be crazy to see how people will turn some motivation and you're like, I don't need this thing. And another thing I learned, I'm sorry, I'm even
No,
answering
no,
too
it's
much.
good. Honestly, I wanted to ask you what you learned, so just go
I
ahead.
learned that it is actually okay to fail. Because who are you, first of all? Like think like when you think about it, who are you to feel like you will never fail, you never have yes, you can commit everything to God's hand. But people that fail, is it that they don't pray enough or they don't study enough or they don't like they're not good enough? People fail for different circumstances. And if you're watching this video and something has happened previously to you and you've once failed in something and like that thing even still affects you to today, just throw it away. Because it doesn't mean you're not a good person, it doesn't mean you're not a bright person, it doesn't mean you did not prepare enough.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe you could have prepared better, but you might have not. You The failure might not be a direct result of you not preparing enough. So sometimes when we fail, it's very easy for us to associate it to everything that was going on in our life. Sometimes the failure is not even because of anything, it was just necessary. Like
Yeah.
it was just necessary. It's not because you did not do this enough, you did not do that enough, you did not or and people have a lot of things to say when you fail. Oh, assuming you did this, assuming you did that, assuming you did that. Sometimes keep your failure to yourself. If you know that you don't have anybody around you that would like say something that would motivate you or like make you just keep your failure to yourself and move on. Like I don't know, Agbesara. There's one Yoruba term.
Honestly,
Like just
guys,
absorb it and keep moving because
if
the
you
words
cannot-
can weigh you down more.
yeah, if you cannot, to be honest with you, sometimes I really don't usually advise people to keep it to themselves.
Mhm.
If you cannot, because it can weigh you down
More.
and lead to depression.
But if you
That's
don't have
another
a
level.
good circle,
If you don't have a good circle,
I'ma
you can
just
go for
go on.
counseling.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, go to like confiding in
someone.
somebody. I want to really appreciate you for being very transparent.
Oh.
Like you literally passed what I thought you were going to. Honestly, I never knew you were going to be this open.
Of
We are
course.
open on this page. Hello.
Mhm.
But
I know because it's something that I've never even talked
you
about.
should have shared it on our own page.
No.
So I'm like really.
And I might never. That's just the truth.
Yeah, maybe it's
Because
yeah,
it depends on something has to like happen.
to make it
So
happen.
yeah, to make me talk about it.
So yeah, thank you very much for saying this once again. And I just want us to also remember that failure does not define you in any way. Just know that it happens to everybody. We are all one way or the other. We fail one way or the other. So don't think yours is the worst. And in this aspect of in difficult times, like staying happy in difficult times, like it's more or less we are talking about failure in this aspect, but it still goes beyond even failure, even in other aspects of your life. And if there's any other aspect you think we've not touched or you'd like us to touch, you can email us or also drop it at the comment section. I'm all out for YouTube now. Like I'm ready for you guys. Again, this lady made me to come back to YouTube like for over how many months now? Apart from the last video I just posted last week, but I was just off YouTube for a while. Reasons I honestly can't explain.
No excuse.
There's no excuse. So yes, I'm wrong. But thank you so much. So much. We really appreciate you. And that's all for now. Once again, please subscribe to my channel. It's NK Vibes. I also try to put my link down for other social media handles. But thank you once again. See you in the next video.
Bye.